Direct PR of Canada through French is the topic of today. If you are a francophone, if you know English, if you know French, both the languages, and if you can score enough to get invitation through express entry, in that case you can get your PR from outside Canada as well. Yes, you can get direct PR from outside Canada through French. Yes, it is not a really popular thing to do because it is not easy to learn a new language, but if you can do, in that case it can become a really good pathway for you to reach Canada without spending any money. So there are two ways to reach Canada to get your PR. One is if you are the cream of the country, if you are the cream, top 1%, 5% who are reaching Canada in the top of the pool, in that case, yes, you can reach Canada by spending no money or very little money. Yes, it is possible. So French is that pathway. Second is through spending money by study visa. LMIAs are not the option anymore. There were so many frauds related to LMIA. Now, new LMIAs will not be issued, or they will be issued for the critical sectors in the country where there is high demand, but there will be high restrictions on getting new LMIA approvals. So LMIA will not be an option in future, even to extend your permit or to get score in express entry as well to get your PR. So LMIA scores for PR will also be closed. There won't be any score for LMIA to get work permit or to get PR. So LMIAs are not the option. So you can get your PR of Canada from outside Canada if you are in really high demand profession, for example, healthcare or skilled trade, something of this sort, or you are doing French language along with English language, then there are specific draws for such people to whom we call francophones. Or you can take study visa, spend money, and this is an easy pathway to reach Canada. After reaching Canada, you can get PG work permit after completing your study, and with Canadian education, with Canadian experience, you can get your PR for Canada. So these are the pathways for you to get your Canada PR done. In this particular video, we are going to discuss about French only, how you can get your PR using French, how much time it is going to take to complete your French test. So we are going to discuss all those things in this video. What Canada is thinking right now, they are welcoming many people in 2025, 2026, especially for French category. Suppose you know English really well and you have really good score in your English language test. You might have done IELTS GT test, general training test, and your score is already 8777, but you are nowhere near to get the express entry cutoff. Express entry cutoff is more than 500 in last 1 year. So you are not going to get your invitation even if you score 8777 band, even if you have a master's degree. It is not going to be possible from outside Canada. Then what can you do? You can take French test. You can prepare for test for 4 months to 8 months of time. You may not be able to learn the complete French language, but if you are just directly learning the test, TEF test, test is TEF Canada. If you are going to learn for TEF test, in that case, in next 8 months, 10 months of time, you can directly prepare for the test, be ready for the test. Even though you don't know the complete French language, still you will be able to score good in your French test. You are required to take B2 level. If this is the benchmark score which you require to achieve. If you are able to get B2 level in French, in that case, you can submit your file and you can be counted as francophone. And in that case, there is good probability of getting invitation as well. So I am going to share the details with you. In next 2 years, Canada is going to invite more than 30,000 people just in French category. There can be more options of getting PR through French as well in future. But right now, express entry draws are coming for French. There is one particular province which is Quebec. It doesn't invite many people, but if you know French, then there is good probability of getting PR in Quebec as well. They welcome French people really quickly. They give invitations as well. So this can become an option for francophones. Also, there are more options coming. Right now, express entry is also an option, but there are more options coming for French people. So if you know French, if you know B2 level French, in that case, in next 1 year or so, in next 2 years, you can get your invitation for Canada PR using the French language. I started learning French when I was in Quebec. I started doing my PhD, so I was learning for French as well. So I watched many videos and I observed like it may take 2 years to learn a new language. So to learn French completely, it may take 2 years, but to prepare for a test, it can take just 1 year and you can just take the test and clear it as well. So these are two different things, learning a complete language and learning the language just to take test is completely different. It is just like we take PTE test. It is computer based test and evaluation is also done by the computer. It is a computer based test, and many people who are not fluent in English, they don't know much about English, but they are able to score really good in the PTE test. So their English language overall is not that great. If you are going to speak with them, if you are going to do any kind of discussion with them, you will be able to observe that their English is not that good. But in PT, their score is 60, 65, 66, 70, 73. So in my center as well, I have seen many students taking PT test and they have scored good as well. So taking a test, learning a language just to take test, and learning a complete language are two different things. So if you are going to learn TEF directly rather than learning the core of the language and absolutely everything, grammar, everything about the language, rather than doing that, if you are learning directly for the test, in that case there is high probability that you can complete the entire test, you can prepare for the entire test within 1 year. So to the best of my observation, you can do it in 8 to 10 months quite easily. So we are also doing this training, and you can complete the training and you can prepare yourself for this test in future, and you can get PR as well. If you are already inside Canada and if you feel that you may not be able to get your PR through PNP, or you don't want to move to some other location, you are in Ontario, British Columbia, and you don't want to move to any other location, then also you can prepare for the French test and you can get your Canada PR using French. So if you are inside Canada, then also it can become a really good option for you. If you are outside Canada, then also it can become an option for you to get Canadian PR directly from outside Canada. So it is a really good option if you are willing to get your PR without spending any money. If you are willing to spend money, in that case the other option is, or easy straightforward option is, to get Canada study visa, reach Canada, complete your study. If your spouse is there, then spouse can also go with you. So study visa with spouse is also possible. The entire family can travel to Canada all together. We can do that as well. So we can apply for the entire family together. So either student can apply for Canadian PR by becoming the primary applicant, or the spouse can become the primary applicant and apply for PR. So any one of you can apply for PR after reaching Canada. It is possible. So study visa, spouse open work permit is the way to reach Canada and get your Canadian PR through PNP or directly through express entry, or French is also a way to get it. So you can do it this way as well. So let's see what kind of invitations are coming which can help you in getting your PR really quickly. So this is the list of express entry draws. So if we find the French draws, these are the French draws. 800 invitations were given, cutoff is 466. Previous to that, there is one more French draw here and cutoff is 478. Then next, previous to that, okay, there is one more French draw, cutoff is 444. Previous to that, there is one more, there are draws, there is draw, 446 is the cutoff. Before that, 394 was the cutoff. So you can see there are continuous draws are coming, and cutoff in between means on average it is 450. So if you are able to score 450 in your express entry, in that case you can get your invitation quite easily using French. You usually get 62 points if you do French language B2 level. You get 62 points overall in your express entry. If your score is for now maybe 450, 460, 425, in that case you can easily cross the cutoff in next 1 year. It may increase in future, because whenever there is a category where people find that invitations are coming, so you need to do this really quickly, you need to prepare for it quickly. If you are able to get it quickly, in that case you can still meet the cutoff of French and you can get invitation from outside as well. So if you become the cream who is applying to Canada, if you are on the top of the pool, in that case you can get invitation and there are no kind of expenses on that. So if you are spending like $2,000 to $3,000 in learning French and $2,000 to $3,000 in other expenses, so overall in less than $7,000-8,000 you can get your entire PR done. So almost for free you are going to get your PR. So this is one of the best options to proceed for if you want to get your Canadian PR done. How you can calculate your CRS score? So this is the CRS calculator, official CRS calculator. There are so many websites, you can check it, but this is the official website of IRCC. So you need to select what is your marital status. First, whether you are single, whether you are married, so everything will be counted. So if you are married, then you need to answer for the married person. If you are single, so you can choose single, and you can change it. You can do some kind of experiment. What is going to be the score after doing this or that? If I do masters, what will be my score? If I do a master's degree in Canada, what will be my score? So you can do all kind of experiments to check what is going to be your score. How old are you? For example, right now your age is 31, but you will be doing your French in next 1 year. So when you will be ready with the French, suppose that time 32. So you can add 1 more year or 2 years for this calculation. What is your level of education? So there can be multiple levels. You need to do VES or ECA. VES is the most popular ECA company or agency. So you need to do ECA, that is the evaluation of your outside Canada degrees, evaluation by Canadian agencies. So if you have done, suppose, bachelor's in India, Pakistan, Nepal, wherever you have done, whether it is equivalent to the bachelor's in Canada or not. So that is ECA. So you need to complete that evaluation done before proceeding for your profile. So that is the first step. You should do it if you are really ready to proceed for the application. If you are not ready, then it is going to cost you around 300 Canadian dollars. So no need to do it if you are not going to proceed for it. Unnecessary, don't waste your money. There are many consultants who ask you to do your VAS, take your IELTS test. If you are ready with 8777 band, means CLB 9, and if you do VAS as well, you have a master degree, you will definitely get invitation. If it is not express entry, then it is going to be through PNP. Nothing will happen from outside. I have done it. I have paid for it to one of the big consultancies in 2019. I did 8777 band as well. I had it. Master degree also I had it. More than 3 years of experience I had it. Still I didn't get any invitation even in 2019. Forget it today. Today there are no chances at all. So even if someone is asking you, you will get PR from outside Canada. We will do some LMIA or you will get PNP invitation. Nothing will happen. You can calculate the score by yourself. You can check the previous invitations by yourself. Everything is on Google. Don't pay for this bullshit to anyone. So many people can ask you, and then you will feel that all the consultants are like that. You are also equally faulty when you are paying to someone just to do your VAS, just to do create your express entry profile. I have done it, but I feel that I was also equally faulty in that. So there are a ton of videos available. Be really careful in that. You are not going to get invitation from outside. Express entry is quite popular. I showed it to you, how you can check the express entry cutoffs and previous invitations, just like we were checking French invitations. So express entry is quite popular. Everyone knows about it. Then they ask you, oh, no, you will not get invitation in express entry. You will get it in PNP. No, you will not get in PNP as well. Without having a job offer, you are not going to get PNP invitation as well. You need to get a job offer, and in most cases you need experience as well. There are people who are already inside Canada, completed education in Canada, got experience in Canada. They are the first preference for PNP, not you who is outside, doesn't have Canadian education, doesn't have Canadian experience. You are not the preference. They are not going to invite you. There are enough people inside already who are competing for the slots. They don't require people from outside to be invited like this. And LMIAs are already closed. Using LMIAs, the claiming of point in express entry is already closed. It's not closed, it will be closed. Almost you can consider that from here onwards, it is not going to happen. Official announcement is yet to come, but it's already, news has already come. So this is not going to happen. From outside, just forget about it. This is the pathway which you can take. मेहनत करके हो सकता है. You can do the hard work and you can get it. So either it is by spending money or through hard work. These are the methods to do it. So what is your education? So you need to complete VES for it or ECA for it. So you can note down. It is ECA and one of the agencies is VES, IQAS, CES. So just like this, there are agencies to complete your ECA. So once you complete your ECA, then you will get the equivalency. For example, you get the equivalency of master's degree. Usually if you are 30, over 30, MBA is quite popular. So you will get 2 or more certificate or diploma. One must be a degree of 3 or more years. Then this means that you have done MBA, but VES considered it as 2 degrees. One is PG diploma. So, or if you have done a technical master's, then you will get the equivalency of a master's. If you have done MBA and university is not NAC A grade university, it is a lower level university. In that case, you should consider going with IQAS rather than WES. But if it is a technical degree or a PhD, MSc, MTech, this type of degrees, in that case, you can proceed with WES. WES is far quicker. They give you the result really quickly. IQAS usually takes 6 months or sometimes even more than that. So for this particular profile, in this case, we have considered that you have the master's degree available right now. You can consider it as bachelor's depending upon what study you have completed already. Then you need to give us, have you completed any Canadian degree? So have you done any Canadian degree? If you are already in Canada, completed a Canadian degree, then yes, otherwise no. Official language score, so you need to mention yes. If you have taken IELTS, you can assume here for the sake of calculation, what is your score? What is your potential score? How much is expected score? So usually we go with IELTS. You can go for PTE core or CELPIP general as well. So here we are considering IELTS. So if you have taken IELTS general, PTE core or CELPIP is easier compared to IELTS. So you can consider going for CELPIP or PTE core as well. And they are computer based tests. Both of them are computer based. Suppose you score 8777, that is CLB 9, really benchmark score. So listening, CLB 9 means from top second. So second point from top, that is CLB 9. First point is CLB 10. So first point 8 to 9 is CLB 10. CLB 10. So here we are taking CLB 9, which is a benchmark score. If you are unable to score CLB 9, in that case, we will decrease the score as well. But for now, for the sake of this calculation, we have kept it as CLB 9, which is a benchmark score for Canadian immigration to increase your score above 450 usually. For a single applicant, the score is going to be 469 if your age is below 30, if you have a master's degree, more than 3 years of experience, 8777 band in IELTS. So that is going to be the score. Do you have any other language score? For now, we are going to add TEF later on, but for now we are saying not applicable. Just based on English test, we are proceeding. Work experience in last 10 years in Canada, how much experience you have? So in Canada, if you have 1 year, 2 year, 3 year experience, you can mention it here. But because we are outside, we are considering it none. But you can add, if you are already inside, completed 1 year, 2 year of experience, then you can add that experience. If you are outside Canada, then you need to mention in the past 10 years, total years of skilled experience do you have. So this is for anywhere. So usually we have 3 years of experience, 3 years or more. So experience, if you are going to take outside Canada, along with your full-time study as well, full-time experience with full-time study, it is also going to be counted as your experience. For example, you were doing your B.Ed, Bachelor of Education, and you were taking experience as well. You were working full-time as a teacher. It will be considered as your experience. There is no problem in that. So 3 years or more as your experience, but in most cases you require to provide all the proofs related to your study, related to your job. Salary should be in account as well, because visa officer can ask for n number of documents from you in the time of PR. At the time of study visa, they don't ask for anything, no additional document usually, and they usually don't verify your experience. But later on, at the time of PR, they may ask for many things. They may ask for your income tax returns, they may ask for your form 16, they may ask for bank account statement, they may ask for anything. So be really careful in this particular thing. Do you have a certificate of qualification in Canada? So we will select no. Many people misuse this certificate as well. Earlier they stopped it. Now they reject the application if the certificate is attached to claim the points. You get 50 points for this. But usually people have fake certificates just to show or to get their PR in Canada. So now it will not work. Most of the certificates don't work. Do you have LMIA? So this will be removed. You will not be able to claim these 50 or 200 points using LMIA. So it will not be considered from now onwards in future. So we are going to remove it. Do you get the nomination from PNP? If you get the PNP nomination from any province, then 600 points are added. So first you get the PR of a particular province. For example, if you get the PNP of Alberta, so it means you get the PR of Alberta. Then you submit your file to Express Entry. File is already there, but you add more points of nomination, 600 points. Similar are for RNIP as well. RNIP is also Rural Northern Immigration Pilot. Now it is going to be a permanent stream. So if you get any kind of nomination like this, then 600 points will be added. Your score is going to be way more than 500. So usually the score is 700, 800, 900. So if you get PNP invitation, you will definitely get complete Canada PR. So there are separate draws for PNP. So here we don't have any nomination, we are outside, so we are saying no. You or your spouse or common law partner, if you have any of the brother or sister having citizenship or permanent residency in Canada, the answer is no. Usually the answer is no. People don't have anyone living in Canada, brother or sister. If your brother or sister or your husband or wife's brother or sister, anyone's brother or sister is there, husband or wife's brother or sister is there who has permanent residency in Canada, in that case you will get 15 more points. But in most cases the answer is no. Let's calculate the score. So you can see what kind of points are there. Core, human capital factor, level of education. So you can see what kind of things are giving points to you. Then spouse factor, it's 0 because spouse is not there. Then there are different kind of points. Official language is 50 because we selected 8777. Foreign experience is there, that is 50 points. There cannot be more than 50 points for foreign experience. Maximum experience is 3 years. Many people say that I have 10 years of experience, why don't I get good points in Canada, why I'm not getting PR? More than 3 years of experience is a waste for you. Actually it means if you have 10 years of experience, it means that you have more age. If your age is 30 or above 30, each year 5 points will be decreased. So it is negative for you rather than positive. And overall additional point 600, which is for nomination from any PNP, that is not there. So your score is 453. Now let's go back and add the points for our French test, which is TEF. If we are going to prepare for TEF, rather than selecting not applicable, let's select TEF and add more score. So B2 level is, if you are unable to understand what is B2 level, so from top 1, 2, 3, 4, select fourth. In listening 1, 2, 3, 4, reading 1, 2, 3, 4, that is B2 level. 1, 2, 3, 4, that is B2. So we have added the score of our TEF test, which is French test. So after adding that score, let's calculate the score again. Let's see what is going to be the score now. So the score now is 515 and the cutoff is far less than this. So it is highly possible to get your Canadian PR if you are not going to score, if you are not getting the invitation based on the current score. But in Francophone category, you can easily get the invitation. Now let's see, what if we decrease the score from 8777, what will happen? So rather than 8777, let's go one more level down. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 6.5, 1, 2, 3, 7.5, 6.5, and in writing 1, 2, 3, 6.5. So we have decreased our level from 8777, which is CLB 9. We have decreased one level. So let's see what is going to be the score. So if you are not that great in English, let's see, can we still get the score? So your score is going to be 433 in that scenario. So it will be decreased. You may get invitation, you may not get invitation, and it is like a dicey situation. There is no guarantee of getting PR in this particular score, because cutoff was 474 as well, it was 444 as well, it was 394 as well. Or you can get invitation maybe in some other category if there are more options for Francophones to get the PR. But with 433 you may get invitation, may not get invitation. But if you have 8777 in IELTS master degree, in that case there is high probability you can get it. If your age is below 30, then let's see how it can improve your score. Let's see your age. Age is 29 years. So if your age is 29, you can add everything related to your spouse as well. So it will change the calculation completely. So if your age, if we decreased your age below 30, earlier it was 32, now it is 30, you got 15 more points. So if you are doing it before age 30, then you will get more points as per express entry system. What else can be done to improve? IELTS is the way, go for it. Or you can increase some points by scoring more in French. I don't know how many people will be able to score more in French, but yes, this is one way to increase your points. And then again, yes, of course, if you have done Canadian education, you will get more points for Canadian education. So if you have Canadian experience, Canadian diploma, if I say yes, and choose the education. So I have done a degree or diploma, master degree in Canada. If you do that, if you reach Canada, and if you know French as well, so score was 49 earlier. Let's see how much score it will increase for me. So score is going to be, you got more points. Now it is 479. So your score will keep on increasing depending upon how much value you are generating in your profile. If your profile is really valued, if you have done master's degree, age below 30, 3 years of experience, Canadian education, then Canadian experience also going to give you points. So many things are there, everything is there. You are a francophone, 8777 bands in IELTS, miss, better the profile, more the probability of getting it. So simple. There is no rocket science in this. So that's how French can get you PR. I try to make a calculation for you how the French can give you PR. If you also want to do French training with us, we can help you in this entire process, and it can make your Canadian dream possible to get the PR of Canada from outside Canada. If you are inside that, then also you can do it. But if you are outside Canada, then it becomes a really good tool for you, because not many people are there who know English and French both. As Indian, especially Indians know English language, first Hindi or local language, then English language. They already know 2 languages. Then learning a 3rd language is not that difficult. So you can keep learning it, and rather than learning the language like from bottom to top, no need to do it. Directly jump into the test. Learn the language just for the test, and there is high probability of completing the same language in 8 months, which usually people take to learn by giving lot of time. They are able to learn it in 2 years. So rather than learning the complete language, each and every bit of it in deep, rather than that, prepare for the test directly. Just like PTE test, many people do that and they are able to score really good. If you want help in that, I can help you in that entire process, and we can help you in the PR process as well. Once you do the French, then in French training, we can help you in that. And then second part is your PR application through Express Entry, or maybe through PNP, or in future, there may be more streams for French. So if there are more streams, then in that case, we can help you in that as well. So we can take care of the entire process starting from French and Express Entry, or if you are inside Canada, then PNP and Express Entry, whatever things are required to be done. So if you want help from me, you can call me on my WhatsApp number. Numbers are given on the screen and in description as well. If you like the video, please share the video as much as possible. Like, subscribe, share, comment. If you have any questions, you can leave your questions in comment. If you are already inside Canada, if you want to know how to get your PG work permit, how to get your spouse open work permit, these videos are given here on the screen. You can watch these videos as well. There are many more videos, so subscribe to the channel as well. And thank you so much for watching this video till then. See you in next video.